Everybody, welcome back to the channel. Well, we got some breaking news out of New York City. Oh, I knew this was going to happen. I knew all these cities couldn't be that corrupt without the Biden administration basically forcing them to be that corrupt. This is epic. And I know it's going to cause major backlash.
Announced that the city will no longer issue vouchers to migrants to pay for food, ending a controversial program that had repeatedly come under attack by conservatives and others.
Now, I've been attacking this the whole time. Now, I know people need to eat, but if the government, whether it be the state government, city government, federal government, has money to feed all these people, then they got money to feed each and every single homeless person here. Now, I know a lot of people don't like homeless, and a lot of major cities are having a terrible time trying to figure out how to deal with it. California just passed another ballot measure to put some more millions or billions of dollars into figuring out their homeless crisis, after they just spent a ton of money trying to figure it out, and it didn't do anything. But when you've got homeless children and homeless veterans that have served this great nation, homeless, and you would rather feed these people, then you need to do some serious soul searching.
This pilot program in New York City, drenched in both humanity and controversy, distributed debit cards to migrant families staying in
Now listen to how much they get.
city-funded hotels and allowing them to buy their own food. Eyewitness News reporter Josh Onier following the breaking news for us.
Now, this guy here, the guy here, if he didn't go as Dracula for Halloween, he missed out, because he looks like Dracula doing a day job. You know, like Clark Kent Superman. This guy is Dracula at night.
Josh?
Well, Bill, it's a program that, as you say, generated plenty of controversy, but now its absence may raise even more questions. The so-called Immediate Response Cards pilot program was designed to help feed migrant families who'd found themselves in New York with no way to afford food. The one-year contract provided what the city described as culturally relevant food to 2,600 migrant families, allowing them to basically buy what they wanted. A family of four with under two kids under...
Family of four, two kids under a certain age. Now listen to the total.
With two kids under five got about $350 per week.
$350 a week. That is $1,400 a month. I guarantee me and my wife don't even spend a third of that. I imagine a lot of you watching this video don't even spend a third of that. It don't matter how big your family is, because, you know, you got to pay your rent, you got to pay your house payment, you got to pay car insurance, car payment. You know, you got to pay all your other bills. And food seems to, the amount you spend on food seems to keep lowering. Well, hopefully this country now can maybe, probably within the next year, start paying less for food.
To cover food in a program the city said would actually save taxpayers millions a year. It also reduced food waste. You may
Now listen to the food waste.
remember the food the city had been providing in migrant shelters was seen as not culturally sensitive to the...
Not culturally sensitive. I don't care. If you come to my house and you ask for something to eat, and I go and open my refrigerator and open my cabinet, me and my wife have different cabinets, so I have my food in one and she has her food in the other, because she eats stuff like high in protein and quinoa and all that stuff. I don't eat that stuff. It doesn't look like food. But if I open my cabinet and the refrigerator door and tell you to pick something and you're like, well, I don't like any of this stuff, then I'm going to say, then go out and buy whatever you want to eat on your dime. Well, I'm a guest in your house. Yeah, I know you're a guest in my house, and you could be not a guest in my house real quick.
Needs of some migrant groups, and it ended up just going to waste. For more than a year, the city was groaning under the weight of more than 200,000 asylum seekers. Officials say the migrant population has actually
200,000 asylum seekers. Think about that. Think about that number compared to the population of the city or town that you live in.
reduced lately. In fact, a massive shelter on Roosevelt Island is in the process of closing. In the meantime,
Oh, massive shelter closing. I hope Trump does one thing. I hope day one, besides, pardoning all the J6ers, freeing every single one of them, and then cutting them all a check for their time that they were in there, expunging their record, he gets back on the wall and then closes the border both northbound and southbound. If you want to go to Mexico for medicine or vacation or whatever, you're going to have to spend your hard-earned American dollars and fly your ass there. Now, I know people are going to say, but the medicine's cheaper down there, yada, 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 yada. I don't care. I don't care.
meantime, Mayor Adams spoke on the phone yesterday with President-elect Donald Trump, who had vowed during his campaign to mass deport migrants. Aside from congratulating him on his win, though, Adams today would not say what they discussed.
Yeah, I hope Trump, takes the National Guard in every state and goes and rents a whole lot of buses. Maybe he can ask Kamala Harris where she's renting her buses from. And we just start up in Maine and we start in Washington State. And we go door to door to door. If you ain't got your papers, bye, see ya. And I don't care. Come in legally. And yes, I know the legal immigration system is all messed up and it takes way too long. But like what Trump said a long time ago, that these countries ain't sending their best and brightest here. No, they're sending the lowest scum that they have here because they don't have to take care of them or incarcerate them or deal with their ass. It's like, here's some money. Get out. And they all came here, and we see the ramification of it. We see, like Lincoln Riley and all these other people that have, I'm trying to figure out what to say, but I'm sure everybody knows what I'm talking about. So I'll just leave it at that. I don't want them locked up. I want them gone. And if they come back, then lock them up and throw away the key. Arizona's got a big, huge prison out here in the desert. Throw them in there and turn the air conditioning off. Because if you're in prison, you don't need air conditioning. Prison is meant to be punishment. Not you sitting in there working out every day, reading books, eating, halfway decent food, sitting in the air conditioning. No. That's why I would love Sheriff Joe to be in charge of the U.S. federal prison system. You get green bologna and you're wearing pink. Period. And on that note, thanks for watching.